Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I am Zombie Cartman, and this is how to spot the enemy better on PUBG for Xbox One. Now, I've got about 546 hours of PUBG on Xbox One so far, and one of the things I've noticed, especially from playing squads, is that a lot of people don't spot enemy players that well. And so I thought I'd make a video on how I do it, and how I was trained to do it in the military. So, whenever I take a defensive position, one of the first things I like to do is just study my surroundings. Study it well. You're going to want to make a mental picture of each little area, everything you see, basically. So that if anything changes when you look at it, you'll notice that change, and it'll most likely be another player. As you can see from this footage here, I spun back around, looked up on the ridge, and something just didn't look the same as before. The hilltop had grown in one spot, which turned out to be a person. Now, one of the ways you're going to actually spot the enemy is to spot the enemy movement. And I know that sounds pretty common sense based, but a lot of people just don't know how this is done. One of the best ways to spot enemy movement is a method called the off-center vision method. This is an advanced surveillance technique that involves you looking out at the battlefield without actually looking at anything. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't sound like you're going to be able to spot the enemy without looking at anything, but trust me, you just look out like at the battlefield itself, and you don't actually focus your eyes on any one thing. You just let your eyes relax, and as soon as there's any movement within your periphery, your eyes will basically track straight to that movement, and your brain will spot the movement and your eyes will look at it before you even know what's going on. Like, as you can see right here in this footage, I was running in with the blue zone and I was looking at the ridge to my left, and I could tell that there was a guy up there because I saw his movement. And yes, I even do the off-center vision method as I'm moving. And because I was keeping an eye on him, I was able to tell that he was probably about to take a shot at me or somebody around here. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You're going to want to really study your surroundings. Like I said, take a mental picture of everything around you. Watch the skylines in particular. And really get in the habit of using the off-center vision method. It's going to be, you're not going to necessarily trust it at first. Kind of like a wet fart. But you can trust this method. It will work. And you will be able to spot the enemy. And it will make your PUBG experience last even longer.